Okay, so we move on to the next part of the database question where it says Jayesh wants a list of customers who have stayed at hotels in Sri Lanka between 1st April 2016 and 30th April 2016. Okay, so there are two criterias. One is the location, which is Sri Lanka, and then the next one is the stay date, which is between 1st April and 30th April 2016. Okay, so let's go ahead and create the query. Let's come here to query design. Okay, and over here, which table? So here it says show only the fields first name, last name. Okay, there is some sorting also to be done, and it says create a query to find this information from the linked tables, which means you have to use all three tables, the three tables that were there in the relationship. You have to use those three tables to create this query. So how you do it is you come to right now we are in queries. Let's come to tables, and let's take the customer table, the place table, and the stay table. Okay, these are the three linked tables. Okay, for now we are not using this May 30th table. Okay, now let's do a little bit of arranging. Let's bring this to the side, let's bring this to the center, let's make this a little bigger, and let's make this a little bigger as well. Okay, so what are the fields we have to display? We have to display first name, last name, hotel name, and stay date. First name, last name, hotel name, and stay date. Okay, so these are the four fields that need to be displayed, sorted in ascending order of stay date within ascending order of hotel name. Okay, so this sorting we will do it later on. Since it has multiple sortings, we'll have to first create the query and then do the sorting. Okay, so for now the sorting will not be done. Now let's try and get the criterias in place. So first thing is they should be staying in Sri Lanka. Okay, so let's come to Sri Lanka. Will appear in which field? It will appear in the location field, which is over here. Let's take location, but let's not show it because question paper did not say to show the location, and in double quotes we'll say we want Sri Lanka. Okay, so we have got Sri Lanka over there, and then the next criteria is between 1st April to 30th April. Okay, so that criteria will come inside the stay date. Okay, so what we can do is we can write between, okay, between 1st April, remember month, day, year, so 4/1/2016 and 4/30/2016. Let me make this column a little bigger. Okay, so you can see between 1st April 2016 and 30th April 2016. Okay, is there any other criteria who have stayed in hotels in Sri Lanka between 1st April and 30th April? Yes, I think I have put all the criterias. Okay, sorting we will be doing it later. Okay, so let's go ahead and create the query. So you can click on run. Okay, once you click on run, the query has been created. Okay, now before you go ahead and click on advanced and do the sorting, make sure you save the query first. Thereafter go and do the sorting. Okay, so first make sure you save it. How do we save this as? We save this as B4. Okay, so let's save this as B4. Once the saving is done, completed, then go ahead and do the sorting. Okay, so now you can click on advanced filter or sort, and what are the fields you have to use? Remember, just like in Excel, the within part is done first and then the next part is done. So within ascending order of hotel name, so let's take hotel name and then take stay date. Okay, so ascending means ascending. Now you need to apply it, so let's right click and say apply the filter or sort. Okay, so now the filter the sorting has been done. You can see the symbols appear over here to show that they have been sorted. Okay, if you want you can go ahead and click save again. Okay, now you have to Jayesh wants to produce a database report from the results of the query B4. Okay, so based on B4 he wants a report created. So let's very simply come and click on create, and over here you have so many options for report. The easiest, the best, the fastest option is report itself. You just click on report and the computer will create the entire report for you. Okay, just see, one click and the entire report is created for you. Right now you are in a view called layout view. Okay, there are different views. Okay, so let's for the moment stick to layout view, no problems, and let's see what we are supposed to do. The database report must have a suitable title. So title can be changed in layout view itself, no probs. So let's double click over here and let's put the title customers who stayed in Sri Lanka from 1st to 30th April 2016. Okay, so that's a valid title. Then the next thing is include the logo, SREH logo you created in task A4A. Now something that you must keep in mind is there is something called house style, which the question paper hasn't mentioned. But you remember, right, at the beginning of the paper they told you all company documents should follow the house style, and the first thing was the font should be sans serif. Okay, so we'll do that. For now, let us get the logo. And where was the logo supposed to be kept? Logo was supposed to be kept in the bottom left hand corner. Okay, so we'll do that right now. Let's get the logo. Okay, now when it comes to inserting the logo, I would prefer we go into design view. Let's go into design view and bottom left hand corner, so we can put it in the footer itself. So let's increase the footer space. Okay, and let's come to report design, and instead of going with insert logo, I will be going with insert image. Okay, because when you go with insert logo, the entire logo doesn't appear, just a small part only appears. But if you go with insert image, you can draw it wherever you want it to appear, and the entire logo will also be visible. So I recommend going with insert image. Okay, but in order for insert image to work, you have to first click somewhere outside the report. Okay, just click somewhere outside. Now insert image is working. You can click over here, you can click on browse. So go to your folder. Where is your folder? My folder is on the desktop, and this is my logo. Okay, so now my computer is asking me where do I want it displayed. So I'll say somewhere here, bottom left hand corner, somewhere over here. The logo has been drawn in the page footer area, so right at the bottom on the left hand side it will be visible. The next thing is this needs to be a sans serif font, so let's change this. Let's come to format, and let's take Microsoft sans serif. Okay, perfect. The remaining data, first the column headings are already a sans serif font. You can see it has no pointy edges, so you can keep it as it is. The next thing you need to do is show only the required fields. Yes, we have only shown these fields, we did not add anything else. Show the records sorted as required. Yes, the sorting is already done. Okay, make sure the column headings are easy to understand. Yes, let's change that. Let's come and double click on the column headings, not on the detail, on the header side. And instead of F name, let's change it to first name. Instead of L name, let's change it to last name. Instead of H name, let's change it to hotel name. And why not make it bold and a little, okay, let's make it red in color. Let's make it bold. Okay, the next thing it says is enter task B4 your name, candidate number and center number in the page footer. So in the page footer you have to enter those details. In order to enter those details, guys, you have to come to report design, and you have to take something called a label. Okay, so take a label, draw it over here. Okay, so it's a kind of like a text box. Okay, so you took a label. Now you can type your details, which is task B4, your name, your candidate number and your center number. Then the question paper goes on to say check that the layout and contents of the report is fit for purpose. So the best place to check this would be to come back to report view, and let's see how does it look. It looks quite fine. Logo is there, heading is there, the title is visible, the headings are visible. Okay, looks quite fine. Then it says make sure the database report fits onto one side of A4. So now it would be best if we can go into print preview. In print preview you can see, is it fitting one A4 paper? Yes, it's fitting one A4 paper. By any chance, if it is not fitting one A4 paper for you, you can close print preview, and I would recommend you come into layout view, and then just adjust the columns. Make this a little smaller, there you go. Okay, and somehow they try to make it fit one A4 paper. Oops, what did I do? Control Z. Okay, just work on it. Then the next thing is save the database report as task B4. So let's go ahead and click on save, and let's change the name to task B4 and say okay. That's it. Then the question paper says print the database report. So once again Control P, and you can go ahead and click on OK. So with that, you have now come to the end of the database activity as well. There is just one activity remaining, which is connected to word processing. Okay, so I hope things are going well. See you in the next video.